Good morning. So it's a Wednesday, and I like to come in on Wednesdays and give you a bunch of goodies, but I want to poke at you first. What are you denying as your hairy and your scary part of doing business? You know, all of us have some kind of a thought process going on sometimes, and we just don't step over that threshold because it feels too scary, feels too hairy, and it's like, we do all we can to avoid it. So I had a sit down chat with myself this morning too about where am I limiting myself? Where am I limiting myself because I have an attitude around it? And I don't think we always know the attitudes we have around some things until we sit down, we ask ourselves questions, we write out a free flowing thought process that's coming in. I don't know that it's always something you can put a hammer to the nail and get and drive it in and get right to the point. But if you're willing to sit down and just say, why isn't this working? Let your body talk to you. Just write it out. Don't argue with it. Don't see what it has to say. Nothing. So some of the most hairiest, scariest things that people avoid when they're trying to build their own small business is to actually avoid making sales. They think it's better to go talk about their product, but what they need to do is build a relationship. So they're having trouble making sales because everybody says, no, I don't want that product today. I don't need that product today. Nothing you've said is going to interest me in that product today. It's the same as walking through a grocery aisle, right? You go down and you go, well, we don't need to have that in our diet anymore. That's got too much sugar. That has this. Oh, we'll leave this out. So as you walk down a grocery aisle, you're making constant choices as you're bombarded with all that information. Well, when you look at Facebook and all these places that people are posting, and I am one of them, and you are one of them, and there's nothing wrong with that. You got to be really unique to stand out and have people say, I want to know more about you. So you have to start the process. You have to start the process. You have to say, I want to know more about you. I want to know more about you. Because when I know you, I'll know whether what I have is going to serve you or not. So I get a lot of calls from people who are saying, well, this isn't working. And I say, how are you doing it? And I go look at their Facebook profile and I can see that they either aren't posting regularly, so they haven't built an audience, they haven't built people who feel familiar with them. And the only confidence I have around that is the longer people see you, the more they will begin to trust you. At least they'll trust your consistency. They may not trust you yet, but they see that you have consistency. So that's a part of you that's going to carry you forward. Then they're going to be attracted to the information you have, supportive information, not just a product bottle, not just a piece of clothing, not just a piece of why you need this Bitcoin. They've got to talk to what your need is. And they don't know, but there's so many multiple needs out there, right? So when you write a post, you're trying to address a number of needs. And then the risk for everybody, the hairiest and scariest part, is getting people into a conversation. And I mean a conversation. Don't go, oh, life body, let me just tell them about everything I have. That's not how it works. You have to go and get to know them. What's on their mind? What have they been working on lately? What's really important to them right now? Spring is coming up. The kids are going to be out for summer. What are you doing? What are the conversations you're going to have? If you don't know how to ask questions to get people to open up and then listen to their answer, you left your agenda at home. So if you can talk to someone, open them up with questions, have a conversation, and just see where they are, then you'll know, do I have an opportunity to even have a conversation here to present my product, to present my service, to present my courses, to present my book? So we get so eager to get some business, and I can fall into this category, that we just sometimes forget that we really need that person. We need that person. And what makes that person feel valued? People have to feel valued before they're going to spend money. People have to feel valued before they spend money. Do you ever think of that? They don't want to be a number. So these old sales things where everybody runs around, you just got to talk to so many people and make it work. No. If you put yourself out there correctly, you may not have to talk to hundreds and hundreds of people. You're just going to have to talk to the right people. When you talk to the right people, then you'll do business. So the right people are the people that understand that you bring value and you value them. So how do you do that? Well, there's a lot of ways to do that. And it does take some time. It is a skill. But I have right now a free video that I can give all of you that will give you a step into this world, calling, communicating, and connecting, and eventually working into a closed sale. It's a great video, and it's free. You just have to ask for it today. The next thing I have for you is another opportunity this day, Wednesday, May 11th, where I can bring you into another event where you'll see a continuation of the video that you have. And then you'll have an opportunity to join us for a 6-hour, 2-day webinar on connecting to close. Connect to close. So if you really are out there worrying about all the things that you haven't gotten done in building your business, and you're hurrying and scurrying and trying to write posts that are actually offending people because they don't include the people, they only just talk at people, then it's time to maybe take a look at what you can do to tune up your skills. You're personable. You got this. There's nothing wrong with you, except that you don't have a skill that you don't know about. So this skill is something that's going to help you do better, do more, and to figure out that the hairy isn't as scary as you thought it was.